Hey guys, welcome to my Taurus friends. My name is Angel with Ninth House Collective. Thank you guys so much for joining me today. This is going to be your May reading and energy update. And I like to use our time looking for messages around personal growth and expansion, right? So I'm going to be looking for messages around what energies would be most beneficial for us to release at this time and what energies would be most beneficial to welcome in. And also some messages around inspired action we can take to affect positive change, or perhaps new perspectives we can gain to really help us move through the obstacles and the challenges in our life. So that's what we're going to be doing, my Taurus friends. I like to mention also that I often get feelings within my body around certain chakra centers or energy centers. So if I feel anything there, or if I get any stream of thought around messages in regards to our chakra centers and which ones might be most beneficial for us to nurture for this month, I'll let you know also. All right, guys, focus on your breath. Take a moment to get present. I'm going to ask to be a clear channel, connecting only with the energies of unconditional love, of the highest of wisdom, and of the utmost healing. They're general readings, but see what messages come forth that resonate with you and how you might be able to apply them to really shift the energy of something that might feel like it's been stuck for you. All right, guys. What is it that my beautiful Taurus friends need to hear in regards to the energy of May? All right, let's see what messages come forth. I like to call these little nuggets of wisdom or pieces of the puzzle. So you got the Fool card in its inverse position, the Ace of Pentacles, and the Knight of Pentacles. Okay, so we have a lot of Pentacle energy here for my Taurus friends, and you are our Earth signs, right? So, but Pentacles do correlate with our material world, typically around our finances, around our health, around things that are key to our survival. It could be around, housing, money, how we earn money, the community we have, the family we have that supports us, etc. All right, so guys, what you are being called to release right now it's a very simple message. It's jumping out at me right away. I'm going to show you the card. You got the Fool. It's a major arcana. This card is the start to the hero's journey. So there is a new energy that is super potent right now for a new fresh start. And what you are being asked to leave behind before you jump into this new energy is a few things. So when it shows up in its inverse manner, this card speaks to cautioning that you're not being reckless, right? It also cautions that you're not resisting necessary change. So that's what you're being called to release, right? It's time for a new start. So you are releasing any change that is for your highest good that you might currently be resisting. And you're also just being being told to be mindful about being reckless and just set your sturdy foundations, right? The energy is here. The Fool is a brand new start. With this card, you see they only have this small amount of goods and items that they're bringing with them, right? They're leaving behind all the past baggage. They're taking only the lessons learned and the new wisdom so that they can jump forward into this next phase in a new way. You are being called to stop resisting change and to just make sure you do your due diligence and set that sturdy foundation. Okay, so then you go from this, the very beginning of the Fool's journey, this leap of faith into the unknown, and the energy you're being called to welcome in it's the Ace, right? Aces are brand new opportunities, right? It is the inspiration. It is the inspired thought or driving force that is behind what we want to create, right? So think of this as this hand is a divine inspiration, and it's about a new beginning in your material world. So as you take this leap of faith into the unknown and stop resisting is the message. Let go of resisting change that is necessary. Bring only what is needed. And you have this new pathway here showing up so that you are being asked to welcome in. Going through this pathway here, this door in a new way. Really taking the lessons and stepping into a lot more flow and balance, right? But remember, it's an ace, guys. So you're welcoming in the beginning, right? There's still work to be done. And in the Pentacles, you had the Knight of Pentacles that showed up, and it showed up in its inverse manner. Okay, so knights, all knights within tarot are action cards, right? They bring the message. They are an action energy, right? And this one is the Knight of Pentacles, which, by the way, is the slowest moving knight, right? Here in our material world, it's doing things slowly, methodically, right? Stop resisting change, but don't be reckless. So this card to me showing up in its inverse manner, it also cautions being reckless, right? And just jumping in without doing any planning, right? Being too impulsive. So both of these are tying in. So right now you're being called to stop resisting necessary change with the caution of not to be reckless and to do your due diligence, right? You have a brand new start in your material world. Aces are a divine spark of new inspiration. You have a new pathway being presented, and this is the beginning stages that you're welcoming in currently, right? And the action is to not be reckless. The action with this knight is to do things slow and steady and methodically. So those are the messages coming in for my Taurus friends. A lot of earth energy here, a lot of cards that represent new opportunities, right? New beginnings, but some cautions that are very similar within the major arcana as well as your action card. Take the action, yes. Do things in a new way, yes. Don't resist the change. Just make sure you're setting a sturdy foundation and not being reckless or impulsive. And all of this beautiful energy is at your feet right now this month, my beautiful Taurus friends. So those are the messages for you. There's really Pentacle is all about our earthly world, our material world, our physical world here, right? So, excuse me. So Pentacles represents and can be blocked by feelings of fear and worry and not feeling safe and secure and supported in this life. So your root center would be really beneficial to a nurture with all of this root energy or all of this material energy showing up. And solar plexus, this is about leaning into your gut choices, the ones that you know are in line and right, about building up your self-confidence, about committing to this new path, this new journey, welcoming in this divine inspiration of how you can do things in a new, improved way, and walking through that door, being cautious of not being reckless. Walking through it, you're in the beginning stages, slow and steady, step by step. All right, guys. Solar plexus is the next one that I talked on, the center. So the best way to nurture the solar plexus is really through positive affirmations, or what I like to call immediate flipping of the inner critic when it comes out, right? So that negative thought that we have about ourselves. Flip that immediately into something more accurate. It is simply alerting you that something is out of balance, something needs a new perspective, so that you can move through a block and kind of level up and go through that pathway, right? In a new way, more aligned. Really integrating the lessons of the patterns that you saw that were repeating. You're doing and jumping into a brand new beginning. This is a fresh start. The very beginning of the Fool's Journey. Okay, and Moonology. Let's see, to close out your reading, guys, let's see what Moonology brings for my Taurus friends. Okay, and you guys got, it's time to take action. Yes, You had an action card show up in your action. So that's just like all of this action. You're being called to start taking aligned action. Set your foundation. Do the due diligence. You're showing up in a new way. This is a fresh start. So I love that energy for you guys. Thanks for sharing this time with me, and have a great month. And I look forward to connecting soon. Take care.